ground zero element is experience. Experience is what constitutes everything else, right? In Carnap. The thing is that, however, this seminar, I'm going to use the word construction. And I'm going to explain why. Precisely because the role of experience, the constitutive role of experience for all human sciences is being replaced by the role of construction. Construction in the sense that logic is finally freed from the clutches of human intuition and experience. Logical reconstruction of any sort of experience is the most necessary aspect of talking about any sort of experience. Because if you can't logically reproduce an experience, then most probably you didn't have that experience to begin with. It's just, think about this, a naive example I am using here, a comparative, and might be misleading, but for now we hold on to it. Think about this, that there is no scientific fact if it cannot be scientifically reproduced. Have you ever heard that, thing, that, look, this is pseudoscience because we cannot scientifically reproduce it, reconstruct it, right? Conceptual engineering or explication is absolutely that. But it's even more than that, precisely because there is an element of tolerance, logical tolerance, meaning that you can make your own concept, I can make my own concept. It's just that if you are going to make your own concept, you'd better be prepared to put in extreme case, this usually doesn't happen, but you should be prepared in extreme case, and you should have read it already, to make the syntax, the logical syntax of your language as explicit and as clear as possible. You cannot just make some new concepts without clearing or putting on the table the toolbox you used to create that kind of concept, and that would be logical syntax. Yeah, I was saying that the three main influences of Carnap in Aufbau, one was, as I mentioned, neo-Kantianism. The other one was, what was it? The life philosophy of life, and the last one is a sort of a Machian, Ernst Mach, Machian monism, which is whose main proponent during the time of Carnap's early philosophical works is Theodor Zien, and this is his book, his main book. We can call it just simply cognitive theory, right? Now, it seems that, he's just, as I mentioned, he's outsourcing his philosophy too much in order to resolve the clash between life and spirit. But actually, it is not. Precisely because all of these, what you might call to be all of these schools of thought, Levin's philosophy, Hermann Cohen, Nauthorpe's neo-Kantianism, and then Machian monism, their ultimate goal is to shed light precisely on the clash between life and spirit. There are what you might call to be different apertures opened up to the same problem. This is a really tricky question, really good question. Yeah, Heidegger is a bloated a Leban philosopher, right? Leban philosopher. Sophie is now looking at me weirdly. In the sense that he wants to talk about life as if we had a concept of life. As if a concept of life was given to us in the fact of having an experience. So what we are going to do, it begs the question. So what Carnap was trying to do is saying that, look, our idea, this is actually, is already, see, philosophers, when they are good, and they are great, actually, I have noticed that they have a gift, the Socratic gift, the Platonic gift, that even if you're talking out of, my apologies, your butthole when you are young, but nevertheless, you are talking about certain kinds of main important issues. For so many years, you forget about them, but they always come back and haunt you. And then you notice that this has always been the motif, the underlying problems of your own work.